and a deadly gang assault on the capital's main prison that allowed thousands of inmates to escape.
The government gave us the weapons to fight with our brothers and sisters. Now we turn the guns against them to fight them because they don't do anything for us.
In recent times, Haiti has become a hotbed of violence, with gangs wreaking havoc on its streets and leaving its citizens living in fear. Just recently, a daring gang thrust the country into further chaos by orchestrating violent prison breaks across the country. In a country where gangs outnumber the military by 60-1, very little is known about these gangs until now. Here are some of the most dangerous gangs in Haiti. G9 Family and Allies, G9.
Barbecue is a 42-year-old former cop who has now turned gangster. He was fired from the Haiti National Police in 2018 after being named in a series of violent crimes.
The history of the G9 Family and Allies is intertwined with the political landscape of Haiti, marked by corruption, violence, and the use of gangs as tools of repression. It all began with a relationship between Jimmy Cherizier, also known as Barbecue, and then President Jovenel Moïse. Barbecue, a former police officer notorious for extrajudicial massacres, found himself fired from the police force. However, his connection with Moïse did not end there. Instead, Barbecue and his Delma 6 gang allegedly continued to receive support from the Moïse administration. This support included money, weapons, police uniforms, and even government vehicles. At the time, Haiti was in the midst of a dire economic crisis, rampant corruption, gasoline shortages, and rising violence. Mass protests demanding Moïse's resignation swept the nation as he became widely unpopular. In this tumultuous environment, Barbecue's formation of the G9 Alliance seemed aimed at propping up Moïse and maintaining social order in poor neighborhoods. Barbecue promised that the G9 coalition would restore peace in Port-au-Prince, but the reality was far from it. Kidnappings soared, and internal clashes within the G9 Federation led to further bouts of violence. The alliance, which
What? Hey. Anyway.
Initially appeared as a means to support
Let's continue.
Moïse began to distance itself from the president. In June 2021, Barbecue filmed a video calling for a revolution against political and economic elites, including Moïse's party, the Haitian Tête Kale Party, PHTK. Then, in July 2021, a shocking event shook Haiti and the world. A squad of hitmen with military training assassinated President Moïse in his private residence. The G9 had already somewhat distanced itself from Moïse, and this assassination further highlighted the complex dynamics at play. It was a landmark moment for the G9 and Haiti as a whole, as the country plunged into even deeper instability. The loss of their main political sponsor did not seem to have a significant impact on the G9. Instead, Barbecue and the G9 affiliated gangs seized the opportunity presented by the widespread instability following Moïse's death. They expanded their territory and asserted control over key infrastructure, including Haiti's largest oil terminal, Terminal Vareux. However, the G9's dominance did not go unchallenged. Their main rival, G-PEP, a federation of gangs formed by Gabriel Jean-Pierre, alias T. Gabriel, emerged to combat the influence of the G9. The two alliances clashed on multiple fronts around Port-au-Prince, contributing to what has become one of the world's most urgent humanitarian crises. The death of Iska Andris, also known as Iska, in November 2023, represented a major loss for the G9. Iska held significant sway within the alliance, possibly even rivaling Barbecue's influence. His absence created a void that could potentially shift the balance of power within the G9. At the helm of the G9 Family and Allies stands Jimmy Cherizier, better known as Barbecue, a former police officer turned gang leader. Barbecue has become a central figure in the criminal landscape of Haiti. His Delmas 6 gang, which he leads, is one of the most powerful factions within the G9 Federation. Barbecue's rise to power began during his time in the police force, where he gained a notorious reputation for his involvement in extrajudicial massacres. years. However, his dismissal from the police force did not mark the end of his influence. Instead, he continued to receive support from the administration of then-President Jovenel Moise. This support included financial resources, weapons, police uniforms, and even government vehicles. The Delmas 6 gang, under Barbecue's leadership, played a crucial role in the formation and expansion of the G9.
What? What? Tuendelee.
Alliance. Their involvement in the coalition allowed them to expand their territory and increase their influence. Barbecue's charisma and strategic mindset have been instrumental in rallying other gangs to join forces under the G9 umbrella. Among the other prominent leaders within the G9 Federation is James Alexander, also known as Sonson of the Baz Krasha Deef gang. Sonson's gang has established a reputation for its involvement in violent clashes and criminal activities. Ezekiel Alexandre, alias Zay of the Baz Pilot gang, was another key leader within the G9. However, Z is currently
What? Watu wanauana hivyo. It's so sad, by the way. Let's listen mpaka mwisho ndo tujue venye.
incarcerated, which has had an impact on the dynamics within the Federation. Christ Roy Cherry, also known as Chrysler, leads the Nanti Boa gang, while Albert Stevenson, alias Juma, was the leader of the Simon Pele gang before his incarceration. Mikanor Altes.
Wenye oji tunasikiza nini? Tunasikiza the most dangerous gangs in Haiti. Okay?
Known as King Mikano, leads the Waf Jeremy gang, and Matthias Saintil is a prominent figure within the Nan Boston gang. Serge Alektis, also known as Tijunia, was a leader of the Baznan Chabon gang within the G9. However, Tijunia's fate took a tragic turn in 2022 when he died. Iska Andris, alias Iska, was another influential leader within the G9. His death in November 2023 represented a significant loss for the Federation, as Iska held considerable sway and influence, possibly even rivaling Barbecue's power. The G9's leadership structure is complex, with each leader commanding their respective gang and contributing to the overall operations of the Federation. However, it is important to note that the G9 is not a monolithic entity. It is made up of different gangs with different goals and histories. These differences occasionally resurface and lead to infighting within the Federation. The leadership within the G9 family and allies plays a crucial role in shaping the Federation's the G9 family, and allies have established a strong presence in the heart of Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince. Different member gangs within the Federation control various neighborhoods, each contributing to the overall influence and territorial reach of the G9. One of the key strongholds for the G9 is the Delmas district, specifically Delmas 6, which serves as the home base for Barbecue and his Delmas 6 gang. Delmas 6 has long been associated with the G9 and has played a pivotal role in the formation and expansion of the Federation. The neighborhood's strategic location and infrastructure make it an important hub for the G9's operations. Cité Soleil, another district in Port-au-Prince, is also a significant area of control for the G9. Within Cité Soleil, the Waf Jeremy neighborhood has become an important base for the group in recent years. According to a 2020 report by Réseau Nord-Ouest, beyond Delmas and Cité Soleil, they have traditionally had strongholds in other districts of Port-au-Prince as well. The Nanti-Bois gang, led by Christ Roy Cherry, operates in the Nanti-Bois neighborhood, contributing to the G9's presence in central Port-au-Prince. The Nan Boston gang, led by Matthias Saintil, also plays a role in the G9's operations within the Nan Boston neighborhood. While the G9's territorial control is subject to the ever-changing nature of Haiti's gang conflict, their presence in these key neighborhoods has allowed them to exert influence and expand expand their operations. These neighborhoods serve as bases and strongholds from which the G9 conducts their criminal activities, including extortion, kidnapping, and control over public services. It is important to note that the G9's territorial control is not absolute, and they face challenges from rival gangs and alliances. One of their main rivals is G-PEP, a federation of gangs formed to combat the influence of the G9. The clashes between the G9 and G-PEP frequently occur in contested territories, contributing to the ongoing violence and instability in Port-au-Prince. G-PEP.
The first objective of our fight is to ensure that Prime Minister Ariel Henry's government does not remain in power by any means. All of us, the armed groups in the provincial towns and the armed groups in the capital, are united today.
With their origins in the Cité Soleil neighborhood of Port-au-Prince, G-PEP has emerged as a formidable force, engaging in deadly conflicts with rival gangs, particularly the G9s. The violence unleashed by these gangs has plunged Haiti into a catastrophic spiral of violence, with gangs now controlling nearly 90% of the capital. G-PEP, a gang coalition loosely linked to opposition parties, emerged as a counterforce to the G9 gang in the Cité Soleil suburb. Led by Jean-Pierre Gabriel, also known as T. Gabriel, G-PEP was formed as a copycat federation of criminal armed groups. Their primary objective was to challenge the dominance of the G9 and establish their own reign of terror. While some believe that G-PEP is associated with the opposition, others allege that the group is funded by and aligned with a well-known Haitian businessman. These connections have undoubtedly played a significant role in their rise to power. Since its formation in 2020, G-PEP has been engaged in a fierce battle with G9-affiliated gangs in Cité Soleil, particularly in the Brooklyn neighborhood. This conflict intensified in 2022 when G9 attempted to displace G-PEP from their stronghold in Brooklyn. The resulting clash claimed the lives of 50 people, showcasing the extreme violence and brutality of these gangs. As G-PEP continues to expand its influence, it has incorporated other gangs into its coalition. One such gang is the infamous 400 Mawozo, which allegedly joined forces with G-PEP after the extradition of its leader to the United States. These strategic alliances are seen as a step towards G-PEP's expansion from the capital into other regions of Haiti. The reign of terror unleashed by G-PEP, one of the most dangerous gangs in Haiti, has had devastating consequences for the country and its people. This section will delve into the impact of their actions on the civilian population and the wider implications for Haiti. Throughout the country, violent confrontations between rival gangs have become increasingly frequent, with serious consequences for the civilian population. The communes of Cité Soleil, Delmas, Croix-des-Bouquets, and the neighborhoods of Martissan and Bel Air have become hotspots of gang violence. These conflicts have not only resulted in numerous deaths and injuries, but have also caused mass displacements, leaving countless families homeless and vulnerable. Tragically, these violent clashes between gangs are often used as a cover for the intentional killing of civilians. The Bel Air massacre of April 1st, 2021, for instance, was initially blamed on an inter-gang confrontation, but has also been labeled as political. Such incidents highlight the ruthless nature of these gangs and the disregard they have for innocent lives. The consequences of the violence extend beyond loss of life and physical harm. Entire communities, like the Tabaret neighborhood, have been cut off from the outside world due to the intensity of the violence. This isolation has led to dire conditions, with no access to food, water, or sanitation. Cholera outbreaks and famine-level conditions have been recorded, pushing the affected population to the brink of survival. The chaos and insecurity caused by G-PEP and other gangs have driven record levels of migration, with hundreds of thousands of Haitians leaving the country in search of safety and stability. The impact of this mass exodus on Haiti's social fabric and economy cannot be overstated. The devastating consequences of G-PEP's actions have left Haiti in a state of despair. Hospitals and schools have shut down, major relief agencies have withdrawn, and the state's disintegration is evident. The current march towards anarchy shows no signs of abating, leaving the civilian population to bear the brunt of the violence and instability. The catastrophic spiral of violence unleashed by G-PEP and other dangerous gangs in Haiti has prompted urgent calls for intervention to break their stranglehold on the nation. This section will examine
Guys, comment down on the comment section and tell me venye mmesikia huko watu wanauana wenyewe kwa wenyewe. Hey, gangs. Please guys, just comment down, subscribe, share, and like my videos. This is my first video to react. Okay, please like, comment, and share. Till we meet again in the next video. Bye.